talk to you guys about a place that's near and dear to my heart, my hometown, Bear, Delaware. It's a beautiful place for me to grow up. It's essentially the American dream. It's where I learned to become a man. It was just exciting, just one non-stop exciting moment after another growing up in Bear. And you're probably wondering, why are people so excited to be in Bear, Delaware? It's an amazing place, okay? It has, per square mile, it's only 5.7 square miles, more strip malls than anywhere else in the United States. That's uncomfortable. More strip malls than anywhere else in the United States. There's approximately 256 strip malls per square mile. And it essentially meets everybody's needs in the town of Bear, Delaware, which is actually a highway. And let's not just act like it's just strip malls. It's just amazing strip malls. There's way more to it than that. A lot of people flock to Bear, Delaware for the parking. There is just endless amounts of parking as far as the eye can see. If you have a furniture truck, bring it to Bear, Delaware. We can handle it. If you have a small cable company that you want to start up and you need a place to park your trucks, we have you covered. If you have a random flatbed truck, we can fit it. Construction equipment, no problem. Maybe you're just a seagull and you want a place to hang out. Come to Bear, Delaware. There's plenty of parking. Now, as I said, I grew up in Bear, and it's a great place to raise a family. So obviously people are dating in Bear, and it's typical, you know, boy meets girl, they start a family, one thing leads to another. But the women in Bear, I should say, are not superficial. They're not just trying to look as good as they can for every guy, going from strip mall to strip mall, just looking their best. And you know what? The guys are doing their part too. You know, they're going out of their way to take women to a nice place to eat. They can take them anywhere. Bear has so many cuisines to offer from around the world. It's an invariable mixture of just a variety of places to eat. Anthony Bourdain once said, New York is a great place to get a taste of different cultures, but if you want to immerse yourself in cultures, go to Bear, Delaware. Let's say the date goes great, which how could it not with all of those options? And Bear has you set up to just have a great night. There are more mattress stores in Bear than you could possibly need. And people are having the best sex of their lives. It's just like, I need a cigarette. And Bear has people covered with cigarettes. Sometimes the sex is too good. So then you have to celebrate with some cigars. And maybe, okay, it's a surprise, but you're living in Bear. You couldn't be happier at this time. I mean, it's going exactly how you planned. You've got this great family. It's time to find a neighborhood, right? And you're thinking, okay, where do the people of Bear, Delaware live? People in Delaware, Bear, Delaware, are, you know, they're conservationists. They love nature. They want to be closer to the bears. So they decided to go ahead and plow down all of the areas where bears would live and name them after it. There's never been a bear in Bear, Delaware. And people in Bear, they're architectural snobs, all right? Frank Gehry, he loves to just peruse the area just for inspiration. And it's just a mixture of one option after another. It's just like mind-blowing architecture there, you know? People get excited about that kind of stuff. They're like, am I gonna get white? Am I gonna get blue? I don't know, maybe I'll get white with a dirty roof. Maybe I'll get light tan. The options are pretty much endless for the people of Bear. And, you know, here comes another one. Whoops. And you're just happier than ever. You know, you've got these kids that are just a delight to have. And why are they sleeping on the floor? That's a good question. Well, we got more mattress stores. Don't worry, Bear has you covered. So now you're settling down finally. You have a house. This is the happiest time of your life. Nothing could be happier than living in Bear, Delaware. Life is exactly how you planned it. And Bear has you covered to cope with all of the happiness that you're experiencing. You know, there's people to assist you in coping with that happiness. It's a great place to raise a family. And people aren't even worried about money in Bear. They're just thrift, they're just spending left and right. It's just a certain level of wealth that people just can't relate to at most levels. I get it. It's a happy place to be. I know, I grew up there, guys. Just relax. People, like, the kids are really happy, obviously, because parents will go above and beyond to buy them the best things at any place that they want. It's just exciting for anybody that's living there. And I think an important thing to note, not only are the people of Bear conservationists, they're also pacifists. They put the fist in pacifist. Little known fact about Bear, 8 out of 10 people know karate. The 2 people that don't know karate are babies because they don't have the appropriate spine to handle that. And like I said, women, they're not superficial in Bear, but they are kicking ass, so they gotta get their nails fixed from time to time. But the strip malls have everyone covered with any sloppy solution that could happen when you're just doing karate against each other. And now you're probably saying, Kyle, have you told me everything there is to tell you? That should say Asian at the end of that. I should point that out. I don't know what happened. Okay, that really puts a crux in things here. But you're wondering, is there more for me to tell you about Bear? And I think where you learn pretty much everything there is to know about Bear, and maybe learned a little bit about yourself at the same time. And a lot of friends, they ask me, you know, why did you leave Bear, Kyle? Why would you leave this utopia, this paradise? And I tell them, you know, I wanted something different. I moved to Georgia Avenue in D.C., and I just wanted to experience something completely different than what I was used to growing up. It's just something they can't really relate to on any level, because it's just an experience of living in a city that's completely different from growing up in Bear, Delaware.